What do you think about removing parking minimums in select areas like the urban core?
We require too much parking. But over the years, I've dealt with developers who, even if we only require 3 spaces per 1,000, their corporate might be 5 spaces per 1,000.
But what about the developer on a small parcel? A great example is the one right off the crosstown, the little micro units. Wouldn't it make sense for the developer on this specific case, or something very similar, where the developer would take the risk and say, hey, look, I don't want to build parking. I believe that the people that are going to live in this building will also not want a car. They're going to use scooter, Uber, trolley, whatever. Let the developer make that risk and provide the housing, right? Why should the city step in between that and say, now you need 2 floors of a parking garage? Well, then the developer's going to go, well, now I got to increase the rent. Now it's going to be more expensive for these people. It's also ugly. And frankly, do we need it? Do we need 2 floors of parking? Look at all the parking downtown Tampa.
I think where it's appropriate, that's appropriate. Because if you take that same scenario and you put it, I could list you a number of streets, and then they're not parking, and they're parking in front of people's houses.
It's a problem.
It's very
problem.
challenging, and people don't appreciate that.
So is there something in this new code that will spell out those hard lines and say, hey, look, for the urban core, here's the set of rules?
Yes.
And then, right. Because you have to have something like that. Nothing is blanketed over the city, nothing, because everything is in context, right?
Absolutely. And I think we're even seeing that with affordable housing projects. If you go to West River, the couple that Related Urban just finished, we allowed them to use a parking ratio of like 0.8 per unit because they're affordable. And a lot of people who are living in those lower area median incomes do not have vehicles, and they're using our micro mobility options like scooters or bikes. So what you see, if you go just a little bit under where it says Stuart Middle, they built 2 garages there. You can see that at Chestnut and Willow. The top floor of those garages don't get used. And that was even at a 0.8 per unit parking requirement.
It's extremely expensive to own a car, and a lot of people moving to our area, a lot of these kids from UT graduating, staying here, a lot of people from the Northeast, people from larger metros, they're used to not having a car. They don't even want to have a car. It's very expensive to own a car.
So that is one of the areas of the code update that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the recommendations come in at, that maybe we have parking maximums, that it's no more than this number of spaces, but per project.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.